Just putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me, he talked to me about the importance of this young running back. Just a freshman, he has continued to showcase his talent. They gave him an opportunity early in the season, and they have been rewarded. He continues to shine and be very productive at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to keep you posted on how he plays here in the first quarter. They're feeding him early and often. He's in the script. Can he keep the momentum going? We'll find out. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Long way to go on second down. Back to pass, it's Levin. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Hard running there. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. LSU right back to the line.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open. No problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, quarterback signaling to his guys. 2nd down to the air. They're all over him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. And that third down pass had some serious juice. couldn't hook up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Making his first move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff to the lone back. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line, and the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Throwing Russell. Right side, it's Rodgers. Inside the 45. At the 35, he's got room. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the...
Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sets his feet. It's Levin. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here's a give to Durham. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. LSU quick to the line. He's changing the play. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got him downfield. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Out wide right, it's Harris. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side. He'll take a shot. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Levin. Out wide left, it's Green. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he will score! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted
coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell fires quickly, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just smothered on the play.
And how about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Russell. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Now here's Russell. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, man. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Searching for space. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keelan Russell. Left side is Edwards. Turning it on. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Got him on the RPO. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And, you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity, and I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing Russell. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They try to pop a run on the draw. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Russell on play action. Rolls right. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Air Force, taking on the number 23 team, the Navy Midshipmen. And it's Air Force, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. That gets them back above 500. They're now 3-2 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Russell. Out wide left, it's Rodgers. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Under pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Turns it upfield. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Again, it's Russell. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Snags it over the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
They go play action with Russell. Buying time to his right. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken.
Looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Knocked down immediately.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Left side is Green. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Right side, it's Thomas. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this
a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff, Caden Durham. There he goes. The tag. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Takes the handoff. It's Riley. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Swapped immediately.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make the crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings. Snags it, and he's open. The 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. LSU right back to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Durham. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Makes a catch. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Hauls it in. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Now here's Russell. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Fourth down, Russell. Caught, and he's got room. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that fourth down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by 1 possession.
Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Again, it's Russell. Escapes the pressure to his right. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. To the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Second and long here. Keelan Russell throws for the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Russell will throw for it on fourth. Fires to the right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Throwing Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Really good job by this defense. Way to be dialed in and understand. It's a pass, and they're trying to throw the football down the field, and that clock is ticking, but understanding what you're playing against. A guy that can absolutely fly. Nice job closing in on him and getting him on the goal.
He's got it. Touchdown Tide. They move on top here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 31, set to kick this one off.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Making the adjustment. Moving the pocket, it's Levin. Finds his man. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw one first. Out wide right, it's Durham. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Sells the run, looking to pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
2nd down, going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Brown. Touchdown, Tigers! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Russell. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. He gets a pickup of 6 before stepping out of bounds to stop the clock.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Russell from the gun on third down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4. They'll go for it on fourth down. Keelan Russell. He's taking a deep shot. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And I don't know what happened at halftime, but man, did this defense play night and day different. They got it together, and really, they gave so much momentum to their offense by continuing to get stops, playing totally different with energy, with passion. Palmer, it's a clinic from first half to second half to what this defense just did.
Yeah, kudos to the coaching staff, too, for the adjustments they were able to make at halftime and showing a couple of different looks here in the second half. But at the end of the day, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes on the field. Those guys were winning their one-on-one matchups defensively, shutting this offense out. You're right, David, night and day, and that's why they're winning this game.